that familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands in air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
The future of healthcare seems dark at times, but for patients in Kentucky with diagnostic imaging needs, there's a place with clarity and a compassionate staff. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI provides quality patient care while saving you hundreds to thousands of dollars as compared to hospital-based centers. Remember, for your medical imaging needs, you have a choice. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 42nd District Basketball Tournament here at Henry Clay High School, home of the Blue Devils. Tonight it'll be Frederick Douglass and Sayre in the girls' game. And you look at Frederick Douglass and Sayre, should be a competitive basketball game. Destiny Jackson leads the Douglass attack, and she averages nearly 29 points a game. Joining me on the broadcast, William Warfield. And William, it'll be Destiny Jackson's show tonight for the Douglass Lady Broncos, and she's an outstanding player. She played at Bryan Station a couple of years ago. Now she's at the two-year school, Frederick Douglass, doing her thing, and she's a prolific scorer in the region, leading scorer in the 11th region. And, of course, Malia Owens of Scott County was the 11th region player of the year. She averaged nearly 20 points for the 28-1 Scott County Lady Cards. They'll be in action here on Wednesday night. They play the winner of this game. Yeah. And tomorrow night we will have Bryan Station and Henry Clay, both boys and girls game, starting with the girls game at 6 o'clock. That should be a good affair tomorrow night. The second game tonight will be the Douglass boys against the Sayre Spartans basketball team, and that'll be another pretty competitive game here tonight at the 42nd District here at Henry Clay. We're looking forward to covering all these games here at the 42nd.
Yeah, and pretty cool that the boys and the girls bracket schools are matched up the same. And
right.
I think that's an interesting point that we should make here today. But you mentioned Sayre in this ball game, Gary. You mentioned Kylie Dennis, who's averaging 12.9 points per game. 309 points on the season, as a matter of fact, so she is their go-to scorer. Then you got Kate Goodman, who's averaging 4.5 points a game. Emma Samuel, 2.6, 3.2 for Catherine Graves. And, it kind of smooths out the rest of the roster there. Those are pretty much their scores on that Sayre Spartans team. Yeah,
Sayre comes in to the game with a little rough season this year. They've only won, 5 ball games, William, on the season?
Yeah.
And Douglass comes in with a few more wins. So it's the district tournament. Thank you, ladies, for bringing us the ice up here. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And, of course, it's going to be Sayre and Douglass girls affair in this one at Henry Clay, and then later tonight at 8 o'clock we'll have the boys. Tomorrow night it'll start with Bryan Station, Henry Clay. Scott County's sitting there waiting on the winner of that game.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Scott County going to either get one of these two schools, and be interesting to see how that turns out. Gary Walt, I do want to say this before I get too far into this other. Sayre's on a 3-game winning streak right now, so that's a positive to their season right there. Is that they beat Whitfield Academy 50-46, and they took on St. Patrick, beat them 61-44, and then Robertson County didn't have a chance. It was 54-32 in that one. So will the streak continue tonight against Douglas?
Yeah, it's an outstanding winning streak for Sayre, the best winning streak they've had all year with those 3 consecutive wins. So congratulations for that. And you got, of course, Frederick Douglass, the new high school over there off Winchester Road, William, a school we've been to many a times on PrepSpin with football because they had a great football program this year.
Yeah.
They were ranked number 1 in the state, and they got upset by Scott County in that regional game by 1 point. They went for the 2-point conversion. Yeah. But Douglass, they've got an outstanding program over there. Football, they got good soccer, they've got good softball.
I think that rivalry is, even though it's a new rivalry, you can call it a rivalry now considering all the battles that they've been through already since Douglass has been a school here in Fayette County. It seems like, matter of fact, Douglass kind of doesn't have that respect for Scott County, if you will. They always call it that team up north.
Yeah.
So that team up north, even on their football schedule, it's listed as that. Not Scott County, but that team up north.
Yeah, it's like it's got T-U-N, ton.
Something like
team
that.
Up north. It doesn't have Scott County. They got Great Crossing coming this fall. Great Crossing would be playing football, and Douglass does have a good football program. They had how many, I think 5 or 6 kids signed Division I scholarships this year off that football team at signing day over there?
I don't know what it is over there, but I don't know if it's just where it's right off the interstate and it's easy to get to. And, but Douglass, man, they have so many colleges that have came and visited their campus this year and last year. I mean, it's amazing. If you look at all the schools that come here, you can fill every state on the map.
It is a magnet for talent over there. The Walker Parks kid who played at LCA a couple years ago, he's going to Clemson.
Yeah.
He's back this year on their offensive line. Their offensive line, and if they get skilled people, if they get running backs and a quarterback, which they will get because it's a big high school, they're going to be tough over there with that offensive line.
Oh, they're going to be just fine over there. I know that they lost a lot, but they still have a lot. That freshman team was something else.
Yes. And how about Sayre starting football this year under Chad Pennington? Played a couple of varsity games, and, of course, they'll add to that varsity schedule this year. I know they play Great Crossing, the new school over at Scott County this fall. And what a facility that's going to be over there. Scott County High School and Great Crossing will both play at that football stadium there.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty nice, having those two teams play over there, sharing, kind of like the Jets and the Giants, right?
Yeah, exactly. What do they do?
Well, they share the big football stadium up there in New York, right?
Yeah, they do. So we've got a good affair here tonight at 6 o'clock. The girls' game between Frederick Douglass and Sayre Lady Spartans coming up at 8 o'clock. It'll be Frederick Douglass boys against the Sayre Spartans. And we'll take a time out here on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Basketball Game of the Week. We'll be back here to Henry Clay High School, the site of the 42nd District Basketball Tournament.
Did you know, in addition to education assistance, UPS now provides housing for qualified employees through the UPS Kentucky Living Options and Opportunities Path, also known as UPS Kentucky Loop. You can work part-time in Louisville, go to school at Jefferson Community and Technical College, and receive housing for up to 2 years. Earn a degree or learn a trade. It's up to you. Loop benefits are available to those who live outside the Louisville metro area, whether you're just starting college or going back to school. It's time to get in the loop. For more information, visit upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
I work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
that familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Some things never change. Like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep rest from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break. And the savory snack to go along with it. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
I'm on a fixed income. Credit cards help me balance the money that's coming in and what I need to live on. I've thought about bankruptcy, but how am I supposed to pay for it?
Sometimes the people that need help the most are the very people who can.
And welcome back here to the 42nd District Basketball Tournament at Henry Clay High School, the home of the 42nd District. In this first game, we'll have Frederick Douglass and Sayre High School. We're just about a few seconds away from the national anthem here at Henry Clay High School. Decent crowd in here this afternoon. The crowd's still filing in here to Henry Clay, and we're set in just a couple seconds. We're going to throw it down to the public address announcer, Kid Philippi, and the national anthem here at Henry Clay High School, the site of the 42nd District Basketball Tournament here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the Elmer T. Gilton Student Center, the Alpro Gymnasium on the campus of Henry Clay High School. Beginning this evening across the state of Kentucky, boys and girls teams stretching from the 1st District in Carlisle County, some 400 miles to the 64th District in Ashland, begin play with every team having the dream of making the girls or boys Sweet 16. This year, both to be held at Rupp Arena. Henry Clay High School is proud to be the host of the 42nd District Girls and Boys Tournament. Our first game this evening features the guest on the scoreboard, the Lady Spartans of Sayre High School, and the home team on the scoreboard, the Lady Broncos of Frederick Douglass High School. Sayre enters tonight's contest with a record of 5 wins and 19 losses. Frederick Douglass enters tonight's contest with a record of 8 wins and 20 losses. At this time, we'd like to ask that you stand and remove your hats as the Henry Clay ROTC under the direction of Cadet Sergeant Major King as a presentation of colors, and then we ask that you remain standing as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
While we're doing that, we will return here live from Henry Clay in just a second, folks.
Support it.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores. Welcome back here to Henry Clay High School. We're just a couple minutes away from Kent Philippi and the starting lineups here tonight, as it will be Frederick Douglass against Sayre, the Lady Spartans, as the color guard goes off the court here. And that's a great honor that they won't do anything. That color guard's completely left the court, William.
Okay, nice round of applause for the national anthem.
Here's Kent Philippi.
Starting lineups. First, for the guests on the scoreboard, the Sayre Lady Spartans. Number 2 at guard. She's an 8th grader. She averages 12 points per game, Kylie Dennis. Number 3 at guard, a junior averaging 3 points and 2 rebounds a game, Maggie Little. Number 20, a combo forward and center. She's a sophomore averaging 1 point, 2 rebounds a game, Melissa Shane. At forward, number 22, a sophomore averaging 3 points and 3 rebounds a game, Emma Samuel. At number 23, a forward, a sophomore averaging 4 points and 2 rebounds a game, Kate Goodman. The Lady Spartans are coached by Bart Belaires. Starting lineups for the Frederick Douglass Lady Broncos. Number 1, a senior guard, averaging 28 points and 7 rebounds a game, Destiny Jackson. Number 2 at guard, a freshman averaging 2 points and 1 rebound a game, Kennedy Brooks. Number 3 at guard, a sophomore averaging 5 points and 4 rebounds per game, Na Gentry. Number 13, a guard forward combo. She's a freshman averaging 5 points and 4 rebounds a game, Allison Wallace. And number 22, an 8th grader averaging 1 point, 1 rebound a game, Faith Moore. The Lady Broncos are coached by Sean Ransom. Our officials for this evening's first contest, Gary Wilson, Scott Kendall, and David Hall.
So once again, the starting lineups, Kylie Dennis for Sayre, Katie Goodman. You got Emma Samuel, Melissa Sloan, and Maggie Little will check the lineup. Douglass is going to chase it down. That's going to be Destiny Jackson in backcourt. Destiny averages 28 points a game. And Sayre's going to start out in a 1-3-1 zone defense, as we thought they might. Pass goes over to Faith Moore. She bounces there in the corner, gives it up to Brooks. Out top, Destiny Jackson. That 3 won't go. Battle for it down low. And the battle was won by Douglass on the offensive glass. Ball knocked away, and it's going to be out of bounds going back to Douglass. Well, they were really battling over there with Faith Moore, the 8th grader.
Yeah, they were. We got a couple big-time 8th graders in this ball game. It should be interesting seeing some of the younger talent tonight.
Allison Wallace, she got to start for Douglass, too. She gives it over to her teammate, Gentry, and tries to go Wallace, and picked off by Kylie Dennis. Dennis is going to have a bust out, and a layup is good. Kylie Dennis makes it 2-0 Sayre. How about that?
Sayre on the board.
They swing it over to Wallace, back to Destiny Jackson. Loses the handle on it. Jackson gives it down low, turn around, and scoring on a bucket there by Miss Kennedy Brooks.
Kennedy
Brooks with the bucket makes it 2-2. Sayre gets it across the line. They come over to Goodman, and we're going to have a travel call. So traveling call. It'll go back to Henry Clay. Just underway here. 6:56 in the first period. 2-2. Pretty good crowd in here tonight. Left side it goes now to Gentry. Loses the handle on it. Sayre comes out of there with it, and they throw it away. Destiny Jackson steps into passing lane and picks off the pass there, but it goes back to Sayre.
Sorry, Gary. We were having a technical issue with our scoreboard on our overlay graphic, so we've taken that down for the time being.
Yeah, we got all 4 outlets with us tonight, don't we?
We do. We got NFHS Network, Facebook Live. We also got YouTube, and
PrepSpin. So welcome to any one of those outlets that you are listening and watching the game tonight on PrepSpin. Gary Ball with the king of stream, as I call him.
Appreciate that.
Out top, and there's a shot by Gentry, and she banks it in.
Whitaker bank shot, number 3, Nama Gentry.
That was a Whitaker bank shot. We thank Whitaker Bank for sponsoring these tournament games, and also we thank, of course, all of our sponsors here on PrepSpin. To the basket, and Kylie Dennis, and that ball was knocked down. And but I tell you, I like the aggressiveness here of Dennis, just taking it to the basket, you know?
Yeah, she gets out there after it. And you got to remember, Gary, she's still
eighth grader. Goodman looking, having trouble, gets it in the corner, and ball off the knee as Maggie Little trying to bounce it on the baseline. Sayre puts it in bound, and Dennis puts a shot up too strong, battle for it, knocks it out of bounds, and it will go to Douglas. Douglas on top, 4-2, 6:05 to go in the first quarter from the 42nd district. Brooks and Gentry have the baskets for Douglas. Destiny Jackson scoops it up and in. Boy, that was a nice shot here by Destiny Jackson. So Douglas has a 6-2 lead.
Destiny's definitely going to get hers tonight.
Dennis over the left side. In the middle, there's a shot. Won't go for Samuel, but picked back up by Samuel. Out top, Kylie Dennis with a long three. Front of the iron, no, but tracked down by rebounded by Shane, Melissa Shane. She gives it back out top to Kylie Dennis. Looks like Henry Clay's in a man-to-man. Sayre played 1-3-1 most of the series when they were on defense. And now they're playing catch out front. As Little and Kylie Dennis pass the ball back and forth. They try to go in the corner, and it's out of bounds, and it's lost over there by Samuel. Gentry over on the right side, penetrating, and they give the ball up to Brooks. Shot won't go back at the rim, and Brooks gets it back, partially blocked down low, and that shot's put up, and it won't count, but drawing the foul is Allison Wallace, and Wallace will go to the line.
Number 22.
Foul went on Samuel.
The first personal foul, team's first.
Tell you what, size-wise, Douglas
This
definitely
is number 13, Allison
has the
Wallace.
advantage.
One more. Substitution for Frederick Douglass, number 5, Haley Buckman.
So Haley Buckman comes into the game for Sayre. Shot put up and in by Wallace.
Courtesy Lee.
And
14,
Courtesy Lee.
Ovion Taylor.
And Ovion Taylor comes in for Douglas. Bounce pass over to Dennis. She's got to get it across the 10-second line. She does. Dennis lobs in the corner to Little, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul call.
Frederick Douglass, personal foul, number 14. Ovion Taylor, her first personal foul.
First foul on Taylor William, and it's 8-2, Douglas on top.
4:43 left to go, first quarter of play.
Dennis has the basketball, kicks it in the corner to Samuel out front. Now she comes out between the rings to Dennis, back over to Little. Little and Dennis way out front. Now Little will penetrate, bounces to Samuel. Samuel goes in and misses the shot from about 10 feet.
Yeah, nothing on that one at all.
Catherine Graves, a 5'7" freshman, is in there for Sayre. And they're going to say the ball was partially blocked, and they're going to give it back to Sayre. They will take it. And that shot by Dennis won't go. She was wide open on that inbound play. Destiny Jackson crossing over. Loses a handle on it and picked up by Sayre. Samuel comes over to Dennis, and she's going to be fouled. No, she called. They called traveling. Good defense. I thought Wallace was going to be called for the foul. There was some contact, but they say that Kylie Dennis walked before the contact. Buckman goes in the corner to Lee, trying to go down low, knocked away. Good aggressiveness by Samuel.
Yeah, she's all over the ball right now. Gary, looking around in this gym, I see a lot of history on the walls here.
Yeah, a lot of history. That shot wouldn't go out front by Buckman, went out of bounds. You're right. I mean, a lot of state champions in track and, girls golf, baseball, and 1973. And they've won, I believe, 6 state championships in basketball here at Henry Clay.
Wow.
That's second to Lafayette.
Yeah.
And there's a ball stolen. Coming out of there with it is Wallace. Wallace leads it out to Buckman. Buckman back over it comes now to Wallace. Here's Destiny Jackson. Got it. A 3.
3-point field goal, Destiny Jackson.
Sayre's going to need a timeout after that 3 by Destiny.
This will be a 30-second timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's 42nd district basketball game
with 3:33 to go here in the first quarter. And we are going to step out here on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Basketball Game of the Week.
On the Scholastic Ball Report at noon on
Destiny Jackson knocked down that 3, and boy, I tell you what, that set off an alarm button for Sayre. They got a quick timeout, William.
Yeah, they did. They had a very quick timeout. I don't think they lasted 30 seconds on that.
Graves, back out he goes to Dennis. They swing it around the right side, losing the handle on the basketball. Good defense there by Douglas. A little bit over-aggressive, as I said, but Lee's going to pick it up.
12. Courtesy Lee.
Courtesy Lee picked up the personal foul.
Second of the half. Substitutions for Frederick Douglass.
Kent Philippi does the public address here in the basketball. Does great. He does it in football too, William.
Yeah, he does. He's been around for a while.
His son played quarterback here at Henry Clay.
Yep. Ryan was very, very good. Played with Aaron Boyd.
Yeah. 11-2. Douglas on top. Right side with it is Goodman. And there's a three-pointer by Kylie Dennis, and that's off the mark, and it goes back over to the right side, and it goes back to Frederick Douglass. Douglas in command. They have an 11-2 lead with 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the first quarter, and they have the basketball picked off by Sayre. Coming out there with it and working to the right side, losing the handle on it, and it goes out of bounds. That was Graves, Catherine Graves, that give the ball back to Sayre. Long-time bookkeeper Dave Kessling of Sayre.
Yeah.
He's been keeping a book for about 35, 40 years. I'm looking for him down there.
Douglas foul number 2, Kennedy Brooks. It's her first personal, team's third of the half.
He was my former producer on my radio show, William.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, that name sounds familiar.
Dave Kessling. His brother Bob is the play-by-play guy for the Volunteers of Tennessee.
Okay.
Working with the ball, Destiny Jackson loses the handle on it and picked back up, and the ball thrown up won't go, and shot up again, and then they're battling. They get a 4th try, it won't go. 5th try, and a foul's going to be called. That was Taylor in there. Taylor was just a volleyball on the basketball up there.
23, Kate Goodman, her first personal foul, team's second of the half.
Foul went on
number
Goodman.
14, Ovion Taylor,
her first foul. Taylor shooting free throws, and she connects on the first one. That's the first point of the game for Aviani Taylor. 12-2. Frederick Douglass by 10. 2:38 in the first, and she hits the second one. Taylor knocking down free throws. Dennis gets it back over to Goodman. Goodman to Samuel in the middle. They go to Little. Little trying to bounce it back. Here's the steal. And drive down and lay it up. No. And battle for it. Shot put up, no good. Backside, and it's going to be ball knocked down. They're going to give it back to Douglas. Well, I'll tell you, that was a great hustle there by particularly Nana Gentry. Man, she was all over the place.
She was. That's what you asked for. I mean, you gotta bring it your A game, if you will, Gary.
Gentry, that's right. This is the tournament. Gentry misses the shot, gets it back, throws it up, no. And then we're going to have a foul called, and that's going to send Brooks back to the free throw line.
22, Emma Samuel, her second personal foul, team's third of the half.
Samuel's second foul.
Kennedy Brooks.
So Brooks will be back at the
free throw line. The Lady Buffalo shoots 2.
Brooks so far with 2 points in this ball game. Destiny Jackson leads everybody with 5 points.
Substitution for Sayre, number 20, Melissa Shane.
See, Douglas brought all their cheerleaders here today.
Yep, sure did. Second free throw won't go, but she made the first one, but rebounded, and we're going to have a jump ball called as it was rebounded by Taylor, and possession arrow will go to the Lady Spartans of Sayre High School. Sayre had Sam Bowie's daughter, Samantha Bowie. Boy, she was a really good player. Also had Bowie's son play. Remember, he was a good player.
I remember that.
On a really good team a couple years ago that made it to the regional tournament.
You know, Sayre Boys has got a state championship, too, under their belt.
Yes, they do. Shot won't go there for Sayre as Shane put it up quickly the other way. They kick it over to Destiny Jackson, looking for the three, front of the iron, no. Stuck back up and clanked in there by Gentry.
I remember Dakari Johnson played for him as well at one point. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. As an 8th and 9th grader, I think.
Yeah, he was 8th grader.
Sayre. Samuel gets it to Dennis. Bounces on the right side to Shane. Shane lost it, picking the ball off, and Brooks going down court. Brooks loses the handle on it, keeps it in bounds, throws it to Destiny Jackson. That's a good place to go with it.
That was right there on that.
Destiny lines up a long three, front of the iron, no, tapped around, picked up, and shot won't go there for Gentry. Here comes Sayre. Dennis. Outlet to Goodman. Goodman to the basket. Won't go. And stuck back up and in. Nicely done there by Shane.
Number 20, Melissa Shane
with her first basket. 16-4. Frederick Douglass on top of Sayre here at the 42nd District. Down low, picked off. Good steal by Graves. Long pass to Dennis, and Dennis is going to pick it up, tap it to herself, and lay it in. That was a nice move there by Dennis.
We're going to watch that again on our UPS Instant Replay, Gary.
That was a heck of a move by an 8th grader to tap the ball to herself.
That was amazing.
24 seconds, 16-6. Destiny Jackson gets it on the left side. Averages 28 points a game. Shot won't go there for Brooks, and she's going to foul. And she's going to foul Shane.
Frederick Douglass foul number 2, Kennedy Brooks, her second personal foul. Substitution for Frederick Douglass, number 5, Haley Buckman, number 12.
Buckman in.
Courtesy Lee.
Courtesy Lee.
And number 13,
I like
Allison
that name.
Wallace, re-entered the lineup.
Courtesy Lee.
Yep, and Allison Wallace in the game. 13 seconds. Dennis has it. She could cut this game in half with a basket.
Look at it dribbling.
And a good ball handling to the basket, rolls off. And Dennis, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Henry Clay. 2.2 seconds, so Sayre will have a chance. I mean, it was 16-2 with a basket here. It could be 16-8.
I mean, Dennis is a baller.
Yeah, she can play.
She got that dribbling down.
That ball's knocked out of bounds there by Douglas. We're at Henry Clay. You want to say Henry Clay because they Almost got the same colors on. Dennis, and she fires it up and clanks off.
Into the first
It almost
quarter,
went in.
Frederick Douglass
16 to 6.
6.
Douglass leading Sayre here at the 42nd district in front of a nice crowd here in a girls basketball game later tonight. It will be Sayre and Douglass boys battling here at the 42nd. We'll be back with the King of Stream, William Warfield, Gary Ball here on the 42nd district basketball tournament. 16 to 6, Douglass on top of Sayre.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air.
We start the second quarter as Frederick Douglass basketball.
Douglass back with it, and they go in the corner now. They give it up over there to Lee. Lee tries to go underneath. It's picked off by Sayre. Good defense there, and stolen by Goodman. Well, Katie Goodman, she hasn't scored in the ball game yet, William, but I tell you what, she's very aggressive on the defensive side.
Absolutely, yeah. She's been all over the ball. Good hustle out there for her team. Coach has got a lot
Foul
of that.
assist to Allison Wallace, number 13.
Goodman.
Her first, team's 5th.
Lobs it over the head of Goodman, and it go out of bounds on the bad pass there thrown by the Sayre team, and that was bad pass by Catherine Graves. Comes Destiny Jackson. She's got 5 points. Over to Buckman, and we're going to have a traveling call. Travel called. Thanks for watching tonight on PrepSpin on YouTube, Facebook, and NFHSS, the National Federation High School Network. Say that 10 times. NFHS. The basketball. Working with it is Sayre. And there's a steal. Stepping right in there. Picking it off is Gentry. And Gentry puts it up and draws the foul. That's that hardest call to make in basketball, the block
Sayre
charge.
foul, number 3, Maggie Little.
Went on Little.
First personal foul, team's 4th.
Team's
At
4th
the free throw
foul.
line for Frederick Douglass, Nana Gentry.
And Nana
She
Gentry
will
up
shoot
there.
2.
She has 4 points. A couple of baskets here for Frederick Douglass, and she misses the free throw. Destiny Jackson, if you're wondering, she's a 72% free throw shooter, William.
That's pretty good from the line.
Yep.
72.
I think Kentucky shoots about 73, don't they, as a team?
Yeah, I think the general rule is if you're 70% or higher, you're okay.
Yep. 17 to 6. Frederick Douglass on top of Sayre here in the first half. Across the line, and that's going to be a carry on a travel on Graves.
Substitution for Sayre. Number 10, Grace Lyman.
Grace
Replaces
Lyman.
Number 20, Melissa Shane.
Into the ball game for Sayre. Destiny Jackson lines up the 3 off the iron, and she gets it back. Crossover dribble to the basket, scoop, and a score.
Destiny Jackson.
That is 7 for Destiny. I'm like you, William. You said it best when we started the broadcast. She's going to get hers.
Yeah, she's definitely going to get hers.
There's almost Destiny almost stole it. Dennis over to Little. Little penetrates. Gets it back now to Graves. Graves toward the middle. Looking over to Little. Little brings it around the right elbow, back towards, picked off, and a steal there by Wallace. Quickly the other way. Destiny behind the back, and it's knocked away, and a foul's going to be called. And that was in Destiny Jackson, who we were just talking about her free throw shooting. She's going to shoot a couple.
She's going back to the line, right?
That's 5 fouls on the Lady Spartans. Number 1,
5
Destiny
fouls.
Jackson.
Team fouls on the Lady Spartans
2.
already.
Yep. 19 to 6. The lead is for Frederick Douglass. Free throw by Destiny is too strong. We're at the 42nd district here at Henry Clay.
Bless me. Sorry about that.
Bless you. Kazoo time.
That came out of nowhere, Gary Ball.
And that both free throws, one was too strong, that was a little bit short. So Destiny misses her 2 free throws. Little. They give it back to Goodman, out to, it goes to Kylie Dennis to Little. Free throw line jumper, knocked down by Graves. Catherine Graves. Graves makes it 19-8. Pass down low, wide open, turning, won't go on the shot by Wallace. Here's Kylie Dennis. Dennis coming out there with Destiny Jackson, stops and pulls up, and it rolls off. She decided not to take it, and Destiny decided to pull up, and here comes Destiny Jackson the other way. She crosses over, a shot up won't go, and there's Wallace battling, and that shot won't go on the floor. Good hustle by Sayre.
Ball possession arrow 2. Sayre. Substitution for Frederick Douglass, number 14. Ovion Taylor.
Ovion Taylor checks back in for
4.
Frederick Douglass.
Also, for Frederick Douglass, Kennedy Brooks, number 2.
Brooks back in. Going out will be Wallace. 19-8. Sayre trying to cut into this Frederick Douglass lead. Middle goes now, picked off, intercepted by Taylor, and she goes to the basket strong, and a whistle and a foul will be called.
Sayre foul number 23, Kate Goodman. That's 2 on Kate.
So foul one on
the
Goodman.
7th foul of the half.
Second foul on Goodman.
This is Ovion Taylor at the free throw line.
She's 3 for 3 at the charity stripe. Taylor is.
Not bad.
20-8. Lead belongs to Douglass, misses it, and rebounded by Dennis. Kylie Dennis. Dennis has 4 points for Sayre. Bounces over to Little, comes to Graves. Graves at the free throw line, stops, needs some help. Now bounces to Goodman. Goodman spinning on the right elbow, now kicks it up, and that's going to be off the mark. Threw up about a 7-footer, and now with the ball is Taylor. Taylor down the basket, puts it up, no good. Coming out there, rebounding is Graves. Graves scissors between the defenders, and it's blocked. Blocked there was nicely done by Brooks. Destiny Jackson lines up the 3, and that's off the mark. Rebounded now by Sayre on the backside. They give it to Dennis. Callie back over down to Graves. 4:33 to the basket, put it up short, and rebounded by Taylor. Quickly the other way, crossover by Destiny Jackson, and she puts it. That's the move. That's her money move right there, William. Left side of the basket. She'll go and she'll put it up with her right hand, and she has a good spin on the ball, and she has now a total of 9 points. Does Destiny Jackson, and it's 22-8. The lead belongs to Frederick Douglass here over Sayre at the 42nd District Tournament. It's the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Basketball Game of the Week. Of course, want to thank Whitaker Bank and also Rafferty's Restaurants. Rafferty's with as special as you. Got a pretty good little crowd in here for this girls' game, William.
Yeah, not bad. Most of them are on our side. You see,
yeah.
We actually need a little platform to put our camera on here because we're like right here in front of the seats, but see a lot of people crossing in front of the camera there earlier. Definitely when Scott County comes in here, we're going to have to do something about that.
It's 22-8. The lead is for Frederick Douglass. They've led from the start of this game, and they lead right now with 4:22 to go in the first half. Next game will be the boys' game between Sayre and Frederick Douglass. I've seen the Douglass team at the Toyota Classic. They've got some athletes on that team.
They do. Yep, you're right. Douglass, some of the football guys.
Yeah, Montavian Bean.
Montavian
and Deshaun Jackson plays basketball. He's probably one of the best athletes on the team. They got, of course, Bilal Chad. And timeout called, just called it time. Sayre needed a timeout because they weren't going to get the ball over the timeline in 10 seconds.
Timeout.
Just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Adjust this camera on this tripod a little
And William, we'd like to remind everybody we got our 11th Region Coaches Show coming up this Sunday. So we're looking forward to that. We just got to settle on a time that we're going to do it, okay?
Well, we'll do that over at Rafferty's, right?
Yeah, Rafferty's in Hamburg.
Okay.
We'll just check with us a little bit later in the week. We'll tell you when we get it over here. We got the games tomorrow night, games Wednesday night with Scott County playing the winner of this game.
Basketball.
Henry Clay Bryant Station tomorrow night. 4 minutes, 7 seconds. Kylie Dennis in the first half. DeLittle throws it right to Destiny Jackson, and she gets the ball away from Taylor. Taylor hands it to her. Here's a three-pointer on the left side. Knocked down by Buckman. Buckman with the three out of the left side. Knocked it down. 25-8. The lead belongs to Frederick Douglass with 3:46 in this first half.
Steps called.
Steps called
Substitution
against
for Frederick Douglass,
Sayre.
number 4, Kennedy Edwards enters the lineup for Sayre. Number 20, Melissa Shane, along with number 22, Emma Samuel.
And
return.
Kennedy Edwards, first time we've seen her tonight, William, for Douglass.
Kennedy Edwards, yeah, that's the name that I remember from the game we did against Scott County. She came in and scored a couple baskets.
Yeah, she drives to the basket. She's going to be fouled.
Sayre foul number 3, Maggie Little.
Maggie Little picked it up. That's her second.
Team 7th.
That's the 17th foul against Sayre. 5
At
against
the free throw line, Kennedy
Douglass.
Edwards.
And
She'll
at the line
shoot
will be
1.
Edwards. This is the first time she's been up there tonight at the stripe.
Thanks,
so
man.
congratulations. She missed the free throw. I was about ready to congratulate her for her first point of the district tournament. She missed it.
Broadcast jinx.
Yep.
Great ball.
Something.
Position arrow 2, Frederick Douglass.
Frederick Douglass's Catherine Graves drove into the middle, and they're going to give the ball. They call a jump ball, and they're going to give the ball to Douglass. Douglass possession. Next one will be to Sayre. Destiny Jackson out of the corner. There's a three-pointer. Won't go off the mark. Shot by Gentry, and then battle down low.
Jump ball. Position
Jump
arrow
ball
to
called.
Sayre.
This one will go to Sayre. 3:17 in the first half. 25-8. Douglass on top of Sayre. Gary Ball with the king of stream here. William Warfield. Little. Maggie across the line. And it's almost stolen there, and it is. Darren does realize we're broadcasting. He keeps texting me. Doesn't he realize we're broadcasting the game?
Yeah, he doesn't take that into consideration.
Well, we're on the air. Gary Ball with King of Stream. 2:59 here in the first half. 25-8. It's all Frederick Douglass playing Sayre, and here's a steal by Douglass. And a shot put up and in on a nice move by Gentry. That's 7 for Gentry.
Anna Gentry. She's got a little bit of skills herself there.
Graves into the paint area, and she traveled.
Steps called.
She got kind of torn between passing the ball out or taking it to the basket, and caused her a travel.
Substitution for Frederick Douglass, number 22, Faith Moore.
Faith Moore back in for Douglass.
Kennedy Edwards.
Replacing Kennedy Edwards. Across the line. Buckman. Taylor, that shot won't go. And I'm going to call a foul. It's going to be over the back.
Personal foul number 3, Nana Gentry, her first personal foul.
Foul one on Gentry, her first.
Team 6th of the half.
16 foul against Douglass. 2:29 to go in the first half here at the 42nd District. Kylie Dennis across the line, double team, tries to pass out of it, and it's tapped there by Douglass. I tell you what, as this Kylie Dennis develops, she's an 8th grader. She's gonna be a good player.
Yeah, she's got the look out there. Kind of reminds me of a very young Sagan Robbins, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she's got the same type of body, doesn't she?
Got that dribbling down.
Same type of physique.
A lot of folks may not remember Sagan as an 8th grader.
Yeah.
But I got to see her play all throughout her high school career and some of her middle school. But she was just like that growing up. So.
Destiny Jackson, easy shot in the paint, wouldn't go for her. Rebounded, and Little has it. Back out to Kylie Dennis. Back to Little, to Dennis. Over they go to Graves, left elbow. Graves moves in for the free throw line. And a ball tapped away from behind and almost stolen there. Good defense by Taylor, but hustling after the ball was Buckner. She couldn't come up with it. Minute 47. Again tonight, the Minky Beef Jerky, high school basketball game of the week. I want to thank all of our sponsors here on the PrepSpin Network, William.
That's right, yeah. We couldn't do it without you guys, and we appreciate y'all stepping up and helping us out.
Shot out of left side, knocked down by Samuel. Samuel knocks down a three. 27-11. That cuts into the Frederick Douglass. There's Destiny Jackson in front of the iron, no. Rebounded by Taylor. And she turns and scores, and they'll count the basket, I believe. No, they're going to call her for traveling.
Yeah, she shuffled her feet. The official down there was kind of hard to see what he was calling. Kind of a delayed response.
You know what he called? Hook. He called a hook. Okay, yeah. I saw him go like that when he went over to the scores table, but she hooked her.
Gotcha.
27-11. Here's Little across the line. Little to the basket, throws it away. She was trying to go to her teammate there. Down low, Shane, but quickly the other way, and that shot won't go. But a foul's called, and Gentry will go back to the line. Boy, Gentry's been active tonight.
Foul number 3,
minute 14 to go.
Personal foul. At the free throw line,
minute 14 in the first half. 27-11. Pretty much what we expected, William.
27-11. We kind of figured, Douglass was going to
substitution for Sayre, number 5.
Win this ball game. We just didn't know how much.
For Frederick Douglass, number 15.
Of course, there's still a long way to go.
Yeah, still got a whole half of basketball.
But, I mean, looking at it on paper, you had to figure Douglass was going to win.
Yeah, Destiny Jackson has 9 points to lead everybody. Free throw rolls in there, and that is now 9 points for Gentry. In backcourt. Graves. Another timeout called. Yeah, Sayre with that timeout. 29-11. Frederick Douglass on top. If Douglass goes on and wins this one, they will play Scott County Wednesday night. Scott County girls at 6 o'clock.
This timeout must be a full timeout.
Scott County Cardinals boys team.
No more 30-second timeouts. This is a full timeout.
The winner of the next game, that will be Frederick Douglass and Sayre Spartans boys basketball team. Tomorrow night we'll have a good doubleheader. Bryan Station and Henry Clay will battle on the girls' side at 6 and on the boys' side at 8 o'clock right here on PrepSpin. Looking forward to all that 42nd District basketball coming from you here at Henry Clay High School, the home of the Blue Devils.
So a lot going on this week, a lot going on next week. Of course, we're getting ready for the Sweet 16s as well, and just busy couple of months coming up here for us. After Sweet 16s, we got, talking about PrepSpin as a whole, but we got, we got baseball coming up, Gary.
Yep, baseball season, softball season. Softball's going to be outstanding.
And I think we're going to do some lacrosse games this summer as well.
Wow. Samuel. Ball tapped away by Destiny Jackson, gets a steal. Left side down to 58 seconds. Destiny on the left elbow. Putting the ball down now, crossing down the lane to the basket, and that's her patented move right there, isn't it?
Yeah, here, let me go this way. Back the other way.
And she uses that right hand. She never goes to the left hand. She uses the right hand to try to scoop it up a little bit there.
Destiny Jackson shoots 2.
So Destiny, who has 9 points, make it 10. She missed her only other 2 free throw attempts of this game. She does have double figures now. 30-11. Frederick Douglass on top of Sayre High School. Free throw is front of the iron, no. And Sayre battling for it. Coming out of there with it is Graves. And going to the basket was Murphy. Teresa Murphy, ball stripped out of there. Destiny Jackson stops and pops from 15. Front of the iron, no. Tapped around. Murphy comes out of there with it. Teresa Murphy to the basket. Rolls off the rim. No good. 27 seconds to go here. Destiny as they pound the ball down. Destiny Jackson's looking up at the clock. They're going to take the last shot here. Almost a steal by Graves. And Murphy to the basket. Gentry, shot won't go. And Kylie Dennis has got it with Destiny Jackson to the right side and knocked out by Douglas.
Dennis was looking up.
Yeah.
You know, that 8th grader mistake right there, but she was looking up, trying to decide what she was wanting to do with the ball and had her mind made up, but her mind was quicker than her action.
3.8 seconds. Samuel runs the ball down, throws it up, and the half is over. First half comes to a close. Frederick Douglass 30 and the Sayre Lady Spartans 11 here at the 42nd District at Henry Clay. And in that first half, Destiny Jackson 10 points to lead the Douglas Lady Broncos, and also 9 by Gentry. Yeah, Gentry had 9 points is what I was tallying up the free throws there. 30-11 here. We'll be back on PrepSpin.com, the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Basketball Game of the Week. And it's all Frederick Douglass. They lead 30-11 here at halftime of the 42nd.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
The future of healthcare seems dark at times, but for patients in Kentucky with diagnostic imaging needs, there's a place with clarity and a compassionate staff. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI provides quality patient care while saving you hundreds to thousands of dollars as compared to hospital-based centers. Remember, for your medical imaging needs, you have a choice. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI.
Did you know, in addition to education assistance, UPS now provides housing for qualified employees? Through the UPS Kentucky Living Options and Opportunities Path, also known as UPS Kentucky Loop, you can work part-time in Louisville, go to school at Jefferson Community and Technical College, and receive housing for up to 2 years. Earn a degree or learn a trade. It's up to you. Loop benefits are available to those who live outside the Louisville metro area, whether you're just starting college or going back to school. It's time to get in the loop. For more information, visit upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
I work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. the squeaking of the sneakers, and a moment of silent breath thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's is a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Some things never change, like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep breaths from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break, and the savory snack to go along with it. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
I'm on a fixed income. I'm on a fixed income. Credit cards help me balance the money that's coming in and what I need to live on. I've thought about bankruptcy, but how am I supposed to pay for it?
Sometimes the people that need help the most are the very people who can least afford it.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and PrepSpin.
By the number.
Back here in Lexington. William Warfield alongside Gary Ball, who's bringing you play-by-play tonight. And our score here at halftime, 30-11 And Gary, not much you can say about that first half other than all Douglas.
Yeah, Douglas dominated the first half. They lead by 19 points here at halftime. Destiny Jackson has 10, and Nana Gentry has 9 points. They lead the attack, and Kylie Dennis has 4 points. 4 points for Dennis, and she started out really on, kind of in fuego a little bit, but cooled off there in the second quarter. Emma Samuel hit a 3-pointer. Graves and Shane also scored, so 30-11 here at halftime. We're just about set for the second half, and starters for Douglas will be the 5 that started, except for looks like Faith Moore will start. You've got Destiny Jackson.
We start the second half is Frederick Douglas.
Donna Gentry, Allison Wallace. And you've also got Brooks and Faith Moore.
I was going to say, I wish I could help you, but I don't have a roster over here.
Yep.
Nor do I have an extra hand to look.
Exactly. Pass goes out front to Faith Moore in the corner, and that's going to be a ball out of bounds, and they're going to give it to Sayre on the no, they called a foul on Kennedy Brooks.
Foul, team's first of the second half.
Third on her.
A lot of whistles here in this ball game. I thought that first half went kind of slow.
Graves gets it over to Samuel. She stops and pops from 3. Got it. Boy, good shot by Samuel. That's her second 3 of the game. Makes it 30-14. Lead cut to 16. Across the line is Moore.
Ooh, that might have.
Moore has it tapped by Dennis. Loses it over to Samuel. 2-on-1. She throws it over to Dennis, and Dennis will go and lay it up and in. Kylie Dennis. Samuel got the assist on that. Makes it so a 5-0 run here by Sayre.
Sayre might have had that talk during halftime.
Here's another steal. Dennis got a bust down. Drives down, lays it up and in. Makes it 30-18. Lead is at 7 unanswered by the Sayre Lady Spartans.
Whatever the adjustment is, it's working right now.
Shot right side, and it rolls in there for Gentry.
Destiny Jackson.
Gentry laid that one high, and it hung on the rim and
30-second
timeout. 30-second timeout, 32-18. Frederick Douglass on top, 6:37 in this third quarter. Coming up later tonight, it'll be Frederick Douglass boys against Sayre. The boys game between Frederick Douglass and Sayre Spartans. And we're looking forward to that, William. You know, the next game tonight will be boys action, and then we're looking forward to tomorrow night. We'll have outstanding Bryan Station, Henry Clay.
A lot of action coming up to you this week.
Bryan Station, Henry Clay tomorrow night. Both boys and girls. Those should be 2 really good games. And then Scott County sit there waiting in the wing for the winner of this one, both boys and girls. And then the championship is Friday night here at Henry Clay High School. 42nd District. Complete coverage here on PrepSpin. We decided to mix it up a little bit this year, William. Do the 42nd. Give them some love instead of the 43rd District.
Well, we love the 43rd.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
get us wrong.
Yeah, we do.
42nd is where it's at, seems like this year.
We covered it for years, the 43rd.
5 years, as a matter of fact, straight.
Yeah, you covered it for 5. I covered it for about 15.
Destiny Jackson.
Destiny Jack County Radio.
Yeah.
Destiny Jackson with that little nice jumper. Boy, she's got a smooth jumper. She's got that one to go. She's got 12. Battle for it, and we're going to have a jump ball. Good defensive pursuit there by Destiny Jackson.
To Sayre.
Sayre's.
Well, before the 43rd, I was doing the 46 over there, East and West Jessamine, Mercer County, Bergen.
You were over there at West Jess and East Jess. Shot out front, a 3-pointer. That's off the iron by Goodman. Coming down with it, the left side is Buckman. Comes over to Destiny Jackson. Goes in to Gentry. Buckman. In the corner they go now to Wallace, and she knocks it down. 3-pointer. First 3-pointer by Wallace. No, 2 points. They wave it off. They say her foot was on the line. 36-18 to the basket, and that's going to be rejected by Destiny Jackson.
That's a good block there. Let's watch that last two that they called.
Yeah, her foot was just on the line there. 5:26 to go. Kylie Dennis, left side to Goodman. They go to Graves. Graves penetrates on the right elbow, brings it back over toward the left side, and hands it out top. And there's a shot trying to bank it in as Shane won't go, and Destiny Jackson's going to come out of there with it. Streaking down court, crossing over to the basket, and a ball blocked, and it's going to be blocked out of called a foul.
Sayre foul on number 15, Catherine Graves. Her first personal
foul on Graves. So at the line will be Destiny Jackson.
She'll shoot 2.
Destiny will shoot 2. As I said earlier in the broadcast, 72% free throw shooter on the season. 12 points in this game, make it 13. You know, you look down at the score sheet, William, and Destiny, she'll end up close to her average of 28 before this game is over.
I was looking down there, you know, the 8th grader there for Sayre, Gary. You could just look at her and tell she's going to be 6'5", 6'6", something like that along the lines by the time it's over with.
Kylie Dennis?
Yeah.
Destiny made both of them. Jackson, 14 points.
You know, sometimes you can walk in the gym and just, you know, you see a certain athlete that has that look. That 8th grader's got that look, Gary Ball.
She does.
She's going to be great.
Samuel gives it over to Little. Little over on the right side. And here's Goodman out top. Off the iron, no, and rebounded by Taylor. Gets it over to Destiny Jackson. She lines up the 3. Off the front of the iron, no. Rebounded by Buckman on the floor. Buckman battling for it, and jump ball called. Possession arrow will favor Frederick Douglass. Douglass leads at 30 by 20, 38-18, with 4:29 here in the third quarter from the 42nd district at Henry Clay High School. Pass goes way out front now to Gentry. Destiny Jackson lets the 3 rip, and it's in and out, went halfway down.
Ooh, around the world and back
Sure
out.
did. Graves got the rebound, and they knock it out. They're cooking something over in the hospitality room. It's starting to filter through here, William.
That's them walking tacos they got over there. Got some Chick-fil-A and some pizza over there, too, I'm being told.
We might have to check it out between games.
Yes, sir.
4 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Of course, they got some Mingua beef jerky over there.
Yeah, Mingua beef jerky. Thanks to all of our sponsors here. Rafferty's Restaurants, Whitaker Bank, Central Bank, all the sponsors here on the network. And, of course, Bluegrass Orthopedics, Mingua beef jerky.
Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign as well. $1,500 off your.
$1,500, right, if you mention PrepSpin.
Doctors Durbin, Morris, and Garner.
Destiny Jackson picks it up, comes down court, down the middle. Gentry's shot won't go, but she's fouled. Destiny Jackson right there just making things happen. Got the steal, saw the open teammate Gentry, and
that's her 4th, team's 2nd of the half.
Gentry with 11 points. Tried to add to that, and the free throw is too strong.
Gentry at the free throw line. Substitution for Sayre, number 15, Catherine Graves. Re-enters the lineup and replaces Maggie Little.
LCA girls leading Tage Creek 22-12 at the half, we're being told, over in the 43rd.
And missed that one, didn't hit anything. So
just because we're not over there doesn't mean we can't give
that's right.
updates.
Right? That's right. LCA leading, what'd you say, 22-12?
22-12.
Over Tage Creek Lady Commodores. And, of course, be the 4-5 game tonight between Tage Creek and Dunbar boys over there in that one.
Dunbar coming off that big win against Scott County.
That was a big win. Samuel, you just wonder, Samuel's shot And backside rebound by Wallace.
Number 1 in the nation, Scott County is who Dunbar beat.
I think they were in the top 10, weren't they?
They were number 1 in the nation.
They were?
Number 1.
Gentry goes baseline up and in. They'll count the basket.
Watch this.
Nah.
Foul number 22, Emma Samuel.
Drives baseline, a little floater, Gary. Able to knock it down.
40-18. 22-point lead for Frederick Douglass.
Sorry, our scoreboard not working on our graphics.
We're giving it every time.
Yeah, we'll make sure we keep you updated with that.
And an offensive rebound, stick back up and in by Wallace.
That's really what's hurt Sayre in this ball game is those rebounding there from Douglas. I bet you it's lopsided as far as rebounds go.
Dennis down the middle, stolen and knocked out of bounds there by Sayre. They say it was last touch by Douglas, excuse me. Goodman looking, gets it into Graves. Graves penetrates, stops, fakes the man out, puts up the shot, won't go, and rebounded by Gentry. Gentry down the right side. Here's a three-pointer, and it's off the front of the iron by Buckman, and shot put up and won't go, but foul call. That will send to the line.
Sayre foul number
14.
Taylor.
Goodman, third personal foul.
Foul went on Goodman, her third.
At the free throw line.
Team's fourth.
Obion Taylor shoots 2.
Taylor's free throw, good. 25-point lead with 2:39 to go for Douglas. 43-18, and no good. And offensive rebound won't go. Stuck back, no. And on the right side, ball thrown up and a foul called. I think Dennis picked it up. Kylie Dennis, and that will send to the line.
Foul number 12, Belladur.
Nope.
First personal foul, team's 5th.
They called it on Sayre's Belladur.
She'll shoot 2.
So Dewar picks it up. First time we've seen her in the ball game. At the line, Buckman, and misses the free throw. 2:33 in the third quarter.
I think our best games that we'll have will be tomorrow night when Bryan Station Henry Clay battle.
Those will be good ones. The girls' game will be a real good, and the boys' game should be a pretty good one too.
Yeah.
Number 31, Bradley Price enters the lineup. She replaces number 5, Haley Buckman.
In the ball game, and there with it is Graves. Free throw line jumper, no good. And rebounded, pulled off there by Bradley Price, who just checked in.
Price is right.
Price is right, and it's three-pointers right by Wallace. Wallace says, hey, you didn't give me that other three when I thought I was outside the mark, outside the line, and that time she definitely was outside. 47-18. Minute 58 to go in the third quarter. Dennis. Ball tapped away and coming out of there with it, Wallace. Wallace in the front court. Bradley Price. Here's Destiny Jackson. That free throw won't go. Tapped up, no. We're going to have a whistle and a foul call.
Dunbar foul number 13, Allison Wallace, her second personal foul, team's second of the half.
Foul on Wallace of Douglas. Sayre. They get it across the line to Goodman. Now it comes back to Samuel. Hands it to Graves. 47-18. Graves penetrates, kicks it over to Samuel. Three-pointer off the iron. Destiny Jackson comes out of there with it. Now Destiny handling the basketball into the paint area. Rolls it up, no, and rebounded by Sayre. Dennis. Ball knocked away and stolen by Wallace. She's going to pass it to Price. Throws up the layup, but she's fouled. Minute 4 to go here. Minute 4.
Third period.
Yep, third quarter. If you're wondering about the mercy rules or anything like that in the state of Kentucky, 35 points. So we're still a few points away from that. The lead is 30 at 48-18. As she knocks Price.
Number 4, Kennedy Edwards.
I want to thank Mingua Beef Jerky again for being our title sponsor on the network. Not only our title sponsor, but the official game day snack of PrepSpin. We got that idea back in football season. Remember when we said, man, we really like this stuff to tailgate with.
Yep.
And next thing you know, it's history, Gary.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Also,
Price knocks down both free throws. Makes it 49-18, 31-point spread, and we got a timeout on the floor with 1:04 to go here in the third quarter. And Douglas trying to just spread it out here as they lead by 31 points here against Sayre High School. Coming up will be the boys' game between the Sayre Spartans and the Frederick Douglass Broncos here at the 42nd District here at Henry Clay High School.
Not much we can do about folks walking in front of the camera right now. So we're hoping to bring in something maybe for the championship game.
Minute 4 to go in the third quarter. Be Sayre basketball. They'll put it in bounds underneath their own basket, go 94 feet.
It's Sayre basketball.
Samuel and puts it in. Samuel gets it back from Little. Maggie bounces it over on the right side to Graves. Back to Little. Little goes baseline, falls, tripped, and there's a reason she fell. She was tripped.
Yeah, ran over that big size 10 boot.
Fouls assessed number 15, Akira Gary. Her first personal foul, team's third of the half.
50 seconds, and putting it in play will be Samuel. Samuel waiting for cutters. Lobs it to Kylie, and shot put up and in.
Down it.
And basket by Dennis.
Watch this again. Nice inbounds pass, but Dennis able to rise above her defender. Came down with the basketball, but it was quick back off her feet, Gary. Little bounce in that step.
It was a good bounce in that step. Free throw rolls in there. 11 points now for Kylie Dennis. That average is over 12.
I'm excited for her. You know, she's got a bright future.
Price gets it in now to Edwards. Steele and Dennis with the layup, and she's fouled hard to the ground, and she'll go to the free throw line again for Sayre High School. 37 seconds.
Number 31, Bradley Price. It's her first personal foul, team's fifth of the half. Kylie Dennis toes the free throw line for the Lady Spartans. She will shoot 2.
Dennis will shoot 2 with 37 seconds here in the third quarter. She knocks it down.
Watch her free throw shot, Gary. It's almost like she spins it around in between the middle of her hands and releases it like that. Not the traditional shoot from behind with the flick of the wrist.
Yep. Both free throws are good for Dennis.
What's that Star Wars spaceship that's got the 2 sides on it and then it looks like a ball in the middle? That's almost what that free throw shot looks like.
You've lost me.
Yeah.
I'm not a Star Wars person.
My boys would be able to tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I just know what it looks like.
Yeah.
But I see it spinning, you know.
At the line, back up at the line will be Price.
Team 7th of the half.
Price hit 2 up there earlier.
Bradley Price.
Bradley Price. Free throw won't go. Battle for it, and we're going to have a foul called on Price.
31, Bradley Price. Second personal foul.
Second foul on Price. 49-23. 23 seconds to go here. Price puts it up, no. Tapped around, and coming down there with it is Graves. Graves to the basket, lost the handle on it, but was fouled before she lost control of the basketball.
Foul number 15, Akira Gary. Second personal foul, team 7th.
Your first time seeing Sayre this year, William. My first time seeing Sayre girls, and my first time seeing Douglas girls.
I'm impressed. I'm sounding like a broken record here, but I'm really impressed by Dennis. I think she's going to be great.
But who's her complimentary player? Even Jordan had Pippen.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that they're still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Definitely somebody needs to step up maybe for next season.
9 seconds. And here's a steal. Samuel gets it to Dennis, and she'll have a layup up with the left hand. That's 14 now for Dennis.
I think her teammates do find her often.
49-25. We'll step out here on PrepSpin.com and come back to the Mingua Beef Jerky Game of the Week, 42nd District, fourth quarter action coming at you. The lead is 24 points for Frederick Douglass, 49-25 over Sayre.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky. By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Fourth quarter action, and Kylie Dennis works it across for Sayre. Angles to the left, looking for a cutter, and she gets it over there on the left side, and it's knocked away from Goodman, and Goodman lost it out of bounds to Sayre, to Douglas.
She replaces number 12, Bellador.
Wallace in the game, and also Gentry's in there. Looking to see. Yep, Destiny Jackson. Wallace in trouble, and Samuel lost a handle on it, and they're going to give it back to Sayre.
You watch this Sayre team in 2 years. They're going to be one of the teams to reckon with.
Yep, especially if they get some size. Pass down low to Destiny. She turns and hooks it up, and gets it back, though. Kylie Dennis to the basket. 17 for Kylie Dennis. The lead is 49-27. Destiny Jackson on the left elbow brings it back out. 7:23 to play here in the girls' 42nd district. The winner goes on to play the number 1 ranked Scott County Lady Cards Wednesday night.
I'm kind of upset at myself for not, recognizing Kylie Dennis sooner in the season. I never heard of her until this game.
Well, she's only an 8th grader is why you haven't heard of her.
I mean, she's good.
Yeah, she's very good. But, being an 8th grader, she's going to be good for several more years. Taylor to the basket. Won't go. Backside rebound by Goodman. Samuel clears it out now to Catherine Graves. Catherine works it back over to Kylie Dennis. And Emma Samuel out front. Now they go to Graves. Looking over to Katie Goodman, and she won't go, and coming out with it is Frederick Douglass. 6.5 to play. Basket, shot won't go there for Courtesy Lee, and foul went off of shot. The ball went off of Douglas. Almost said Henry Clay again, and because we're playing at Henry Clay, and it's going to be Sayre basketball. Kylie Dennis for Sayre. Kicks it over to Katie Goodman. Back to Kylie Dennis. Swing it over now to Catherine Graves. Catherine, free throw line. She's open, throws it up, and it goes in. Nice shot by Catherine Graves.
That's one thing that Sayre's not really looking to do is shoot the basketball. They keep wanting to get it over to
Kylie Dennis.
To Dennis, but nobody else was looking to shoot at all.
Destiny Jackson backs it back out with 5:48 to play in this ball game. 20-point lead for, at one point it was 30, William.
Yeah.
Here's a three-pointer, won't go for Wallace. And we're going to have a foul call. It's going to be on Gentry.
We thought at halftime it was going to be a running clock.
And it was a 30 at one point.
Yeah, it was, at halftime 30-11, I believe, was the score. So think about the second half that Sayre's had here.
You're right. 5:39 to go in the basketball game.
They scored 18 so far in the second half.
Yeah. And it's been mostly from Kylie Dennis.
It's been an even ball game here pretty much because 19-18 is what the difference is. Second half points.
Yep. At the line is Catherine Graves. Free throw off the mark and pulled down by Wallace. Over to Destiny Jackson. Goes in the corner, Gentry. A little runner, and it's good. Nana Gentry. Boy, she's got 16 points.
Yeah, she's really put together a solid game.
51-29, and here's a steal by Destiny Jackson. Destiny will have a layup and lays it up and in.
We got to cover her senior night, Nana.
Yeah.
so we can get the crowd just like hey.
Yeah, you're right. That'd be a good one. 5 minutes to go here in this game.
I kid. I'm being silly.
Yep, and the shot won't go there for Catherine Graves and pulled off by Gentry. Haley Buckman, here is a three-pointer by Destiny Jackson.
Destiny Jackson.
The Destiny Jackson.
That's 19 now for Destiny.
That's seventh three-pointer in the ball game for Frederick Douglass.
They lead 56-29 with 4:36 to go in this game here at the 42nd District. Coming up later tonight, the boys' action on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Game of the Week. It will be the Sayre Spartans against the Frederick Douglass Broncos, and that'll be a good ball game. Sayre's got, of course, when you look at their team, they got Harrison, who averages about 17 points, Atkins, who averages nearly double. They did have a big loss early in the year. Clay Brumley, I think, broke his wrist right after that first game, and that's a big loss because Clay was averaging, Brumley was averaging about 20 points a game for Sayre, so they lost a big cog in their wheel when Brumley went down with that injury. So they'll battle Douglass here tonight at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we heard that we send our prayers out to Sayre, too, by the way, Gary.
Yeah.
Wanted to let everybody know that we're thinking about the program over there and everything. But we heard that the Sayre's boys tonight, they kind of got their head. I mean, they got their heads down today when they got here, is what we heard. And rightfully so. So we don't know what kind of Sayre team's going to come out and play, is what I'm trying to say. We'll have to see.
Gentry. Wallace out of the corner, knocks it down. Boy, Wallace she's got a nice shot out of that corner, doesn't she?
Absolutely.
50-39, almost a steal by Buckman. Haley Buckman could come up with it. The lead is back to 30, William, with 4:22 to go.
That happened quickly.
It sure did, because you had a three-pointer knocked down by Wallace. Dennis over to Maggie Little, and Maggie Little is a very fiery little player. She's 5'2" and a junior.
Yeah, well, I've heard them say that a couple times. You know, little firecracker out on the court because she's always after that basketball.
Taylor in for Gentry for Douglass. Right side as Catherine Graves gives it up over there to Katie Goodman. Hands it back to Kylie Dennis. Back it goes to Catherine Graves. Graves in trouble now. Bounces it to Emma Samuel. Samuel back to Graves, and A lot of hands in there, aren't there, William?
Absolutely.
A
A lot of hand checking out there, too, tonight.
59-29, a 30-point spread with 3:45 to go in this basketball game from Henry Clay High School.
Gentry returns to the lineup.
Gentry returns.
Demi Crosby. At the free throw line for Sayre, number 15.
Crosby
Catherine
comes
Graves.
into the game.
She will shoot one.
Catch everybody up. It's 59-29 with 3:45 left to go here in this ball game. It's all Frederick Douglass.
Demi Crosby checked in.
The bonus.
Free throw connected there, and I don't. Catherine Graves thought that that's all she got.
Well, it is a 1-and-1. It was a bonus situation.
Yeah. Second one by Catherine Graves. It's good. 6 points for Catherine.
Grace Lyman enters the lineup and replaces Kate Goodman.
Into the game is for Sayre is
it Goodman?
Number 10. Yep, that's going to be Grace Lyman in the game.
Oh, Lyman, okay.
Yeah, Grace Lyman. So look at my roster. To the basket and up and in by Little.
Good take. Maggie Little.
Good take. Destiny Jackson up and in.
Oh, man, that Euro step was hot to try right there on that one.
21 now for Destiny.
I'm going to watch that again here on this UPS Instant Replay.
61-33. Kylie Dennis down the middle. Throws it up. Contact. The foul called. And the foul is going to be called. And it's going to go on Taylor.
From Douglas will be on Taylor, her third personal foul.
Third foul on Taylor. 3:08 to go in this basketball game. Coming up later tonight at 8 o'clock, it'll be the boys' game between Frederick Douglass and Sayre High School here at the 42nd.
This
Good.
is Kylie Dennis. She'll have one more. Substitution for Sayre, number 5, Teresa Murphy replaces Maggie Little.
It's 19 now for Dennis. Second one good, 20. 61-35. Jackson throws a long pass to Gentry. She gets it in the middle, and then the shot won't go. Battle for it, and coming out there with it, Sayre.
Gary, want to send a shout out to Hapul Agbaani watching tonight.
It's the 42nd district at Henry Clay High School. Gary Ball with the king of stream, William Moorfield. Jump ball called. And we have the Frederick Douglass Sayre girls game. Right now it's Frederick Douglass 61, Sayre 35.
For Sayre, number 4, Faith Lyman enters the lineup. She replaces Emma Samuel.
Destiny Jackson gets in the corner, going baseline, ball knocked away on the from Brooks. 237.
Frederick Douglass, number 10, Megan Whitehouse.
And Whitehouse.
This is Nana Gentry.
Megan Whitehouse.
Also for Frederick Douglass, number 12, Courtesy Lee.
Courtesy Lee's coming back.
Destiny Jackson.
Megan Whitehouse is a 5'4" sophomore.
15, Akira Gary enters the lineup.
And Akira Gary. Well, with her playing, I think everybody has played addressed. Here's a steal, and down won't go on the shot by Graves.
Follow-up, Kylie Dennis.
Loses a handle on it, does Courtesy Lee.
Substitution for Sayre, number 20, Melissa Shane. Replaces Catherine Graves.
2:17 to go here in the game. Shane back in for Sayre. Kylie Dennis across the line. Into the paint, running some pressure, steps called. 61-37. Frederick Douglass on top. 2 minutes to go here in this basketball game from Henry Clay High School. Gary Ball, King of Stream, William Moorfield. And there's going to be a little bit of contact, but no call. They're going to call
over the back.
Yeah,
Substitution
White House.
Douglas, number 31, Bradley Price. Replaces number 2,
Bradley Price back in the game for Douglas. Minute 50 to go, and there's going to be a foul. That's on the pick set out there by
20, Melissa
Shane.
Second personal foul. Team's 8th.
Price has it out front. Minute 40 to go. In the corner to White House, and there's a shot knocked down, and that was by Gary. Kira Gary with assist from White House, 63-37. Kylie Dennis, minute 20 to go here in the ball game. Crossing over to the basket, put it up and in. That's Kylie Dennis with 22 now. She's got game.
Amazing. Yeah, she definitely creates off that dribble.
63-39.
Deflected that.
Pass in the corner, and that's going to be off the hands of Crosby.
Dennis with the deflection out top, able to put a little awkward spin on that ball.
Dennis tries to kick it in the corner to Buckman.
1 minute remains. 1 minute.
Price will probably just let that clock run down to 55 seconds. And there's a lot of contact, and that will be a foul called. And that foul is going to go on Teresa Murphy.
How about the young lady from Sayre coming over and making sure she's okay?
Yeah.
I like that.
Good sportsmanship.
Especially when you're down in a game like you are right now. The season's on the line. Care enough to care about the other person.
Yep, that's true. 52 seconds. Courtesy lead, that shot wouldn't go. And here's White House off the rim and tracked down, and good hustle by Sayre. And in the game there for Sayre is Bella, and she's battling for it. And I'm going to get this, I'm going to butcher this name. Bella Ayampur. A-J-J. A-M-P-U-R.
Foul number 33, Demi
A
Crosby,
Yampur.
her first personal foul.
I apologize.
Well, I got a message from somebody named Hadrakul earlier, and I probably messed that one up as well.
She hit the free throw, and boy, I tell you, her crowd's going nuts.
Yeah.
She got them both.
Wow.
She's only a freshman.
You think Sayre's winning the ball game?
Yeah, they're 63-41. And I don't know why you're fouling. There's only 23 seconds left.
Foul.
You're going to send Price to the back to the line and stop the clock.
Kylie Dennis, third personal foul.
You know, the only bad thing about this part of our time of the year is
Bradley Price will shoot 2.
Season's over with for somebody, so unfortunately.
My daughter just texted me from Chicago.
Oh, man, I bet it's
she's
fun up
having
there.
drinks at the Signature Lounge downtown Chicago on the 96th floor.
Oh, wow.
There's a shot put up, and it won't go in the corner by Ampur, and battle for it, and it goes out of bounds. So 10.8 seconds.
Yeah, everybody's expecting some weather later on today, aren't they? Isn't there supposed to be like snow or ice or something happening overnight?
In our area?
Yeah, I believe so.
I didn't hear that. I don't think so.
No.
And it's over. And Frederick Douglass 64-41 over Sayre. And the victory for Frederick Douglass. They advance to take on Scott County Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, right here at the 42nd District. 64-41. That wraps it up in this game. We'll come back with the boys' game. Sayre and Frederick Douglass after this intermission, 64-41. Frederick Douglass wins over Sayre to advance in the 42nd.
Also, congratulations to the Sayre.